Good morning, students. So, today we are going to start a new chapter of science. The name is Atoms and Molecules. There are two terms. One is atoms. First, in the beginning, we will be dealing with these atoms, and then the molecule concept will also come at the last. So, in the lower classes, we have studied the matter is made up of small particles, and those small particles are known as atoms. These atoms they can't be divided into small pieces, or they can't be divided further. We know that when some compounds they combine, like hydrogen plus oxygen, water, this is a chemical reaction. When reactants combine to form the product, that is a chemical reaction. So reactants combine to form the products. So these are the products, and this is the type of chemical reactions. There are some laws that are feasible when some chemical reaction is taking place. So these laws are known as the law of chemical combination. And this law of chemical combination is of two types. One is law of conservation of mass, and one is law of constant proportions. What is this law of conservation of mass? Mass, you know, the matter content in the body. Conservation means mass remains conserved, like we have already read in conservation of momentum. Mass can neither be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. We will be achieving this target. Now suppose we are having two compounds. One is a copper sulfate and another is sodium carbonate. So you take this copper sulfate in a conical flask like this. Prepare its solution, mix it in water, and take this sodium carbonate in a test tube. Prepare its solution also. Hang this test tube in this conical flask like this, and measure the weight of this system. In case number 2, mix this solution of sodium carbonate in this solution of copper sulfate. Now again weight the system. So you will observe before the chemical reaction has taken place and after the chemical reaction has taken place, the mass is same. That means mass remains conserved. It cannot be created, it cannot be destroyed. Like we have to take some two compounds, copper sulfate and sodium carbonate. You have to prepare the solution of copper sulfate also and sodium carbonate also. Copper sulfate means CuSO4. Sodium carbonate means Na2CO3. Now you have to put the solution of copper sulfate in a conical flask and the solution of sodium carbonate in a test tube. Close the conical flask with the help of a rubber cork. Hang this test tube in the conical flask. Weight the whole system. Okay. Now mix the solution of sodium carbonate into the solution of copper carbonate as I have already told you. Again weight it. You will see the weight of the system before mixing and after mixing remains same. So the overall observation is mass cannot be created or destroyed during a chemical change. So when a chemical reaction is taking place now, so the mass of the reactants is equal to the mass of the products, like C plus O2. So the mass of carbon, mass of these two atoms of oxygen, this is the mass of reactants, it is going to be equal to the mass of products. So this is the law of conservation of mass. And another law, as we have discussed, law of constant proportions. What is this constant proportion? Like this, H2O, it is a compound, it is made from atom hydrogen or atom, two atoms of hydrogen, one atom of oxygen. So one element is hydrogen and another element is oxygen. That means some mass of hydrogen element and some mass of oxygen element combine to form a compound. So the name of this law is law of constant proportion. Proportion, you know, like A is to B equals to C is equal to D. So we can say A is to B, C is to D, they are in proportion to each other. Okay, the ratios are equal. Proportion means like this: 1 is to 8, 2 is to 4. That means like for every one girl in the class there are 8 boys in the class. For every 2 villages there are 4 policemen in a police station, like that. So this is a kind of proportion. You know, when you are preparing the water, you need some mass, certain mass of hydrogen, and you need certain mass of oxygen. That means 1 gram of hydrogen is required and 8 gram of oxygen is required to form the compound of water. So the ratio of hydrogen mass to the oxygen mass is 1:8. It is always constant. In order to make this 1 molecule of water, you need 1 gram of hydrogen and 8 gram of oxygen in order to prepare this 1 molecule of water. So the mass of these elements is fixed or is constant while making the compound. So you know, every compound is made of 2 or more elements. Like in the case of water, it is made of hydrogen and oxygen. So these elements, they are present in the compound, you know that, but it's in the fixed proportion, fixed ratio of mass, ratio by mass, like 1:8. 1 gram of hydrogen, we need 8 gram of oxygen in order to prepare 1 molecule of water. So same example I have taken. In order to prepare 1 molecule of water, 1 gram of hydrogen and 8 gram of oxygen is required. So in every water molecule, hydrogen and oxygen elements are present in fixed proportion. So this is the law of constant proportions. Similarly, in ammonia formula is NH3. The mass of 14 gram of nitrogen element combined with the 3 gram of hydrogen element in order to form compound of ammonia. So in this compound, elements are present in a fixed proportion by mass. So there are 2 laws when a chemical reaction is taking place, because in a chemical reaction compound is being formed and that compound is having constant proportion of elements by mass, and mass is always constant in a chemical reaction. So Dalton gave an atomic theory in order to explain both these laws: law of conservation of mass and law of constant proportion. There are 2 laws are there. So Dalton gave an atomic theory. First postulate, some main points of this theory are: every atom is made up of small particles known as atoms. So every matter, whether it's a table, chair, pen, pencil, that is made up of atoms. So when some chemical reaction is taking place, like carbon is reacting with oxygen. So 1 atom of carbon, 2 atom of oxygen, they are combining to form carbon dioxide. So how many atoms are there? 1 atom, 2 atom total. And in product side, how many atoms are there? 3. So in the reactant side, 3 atoms are there. In the product side, 3 atoms are there. So atom cannot be created or destroyed in a chemical reaction. So when this is a type of chemical reaction, no new atom has been created or no old atom has been destroyed. Suppose this is the atom of carbon and this is also atom of carbon. So these are the atoms of same element. They will have the same mass, same chemical properties. So this is the atom of carbon. So this is the atom of oxygen. These are the atoms of different elements, and they will have different mass also, different chemical properties also. Like oxygen, it support combustion. Okay, it support combustion. Like water, H2O, it is not supporting the combustion, like this. So this atom will have different chemical properties. This atom will have different chemical properties. Suppose oxygen react with metal, but carbon does not react with metal. This is a kind of chemical property. So atoms of the same element will have the same mass and same chemical properties. And on the opposite, atoms of different element will have different mass and different chemical properties. And I've already told you, atoms combine in a fixed proportion by mass to form a compound. atoms combine in the ratio of whole number. What is this whole number? Like two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen combine to form water. So 2:1. What is this whole number? Atoms combine in whole number to form the compounds. And number of atoms in a compound are constant. Like in water, 3 atoms are there. In carbon dioxide, 1 atom of carbon, 2 atom of oxygen, 3 atoms are there. So number of atoms in water or in a compound is constant. So these are the main postulates of a Dalton theory. So what we have learned today, we have learned matter made up of atoms, two laws, law of conservation of mass, law of constant proportion. Mass can neither be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction, and in a compound, elements combined in a fixed proportion by mass. So the main postulates of Dalton atomic theory are: every matter made of atom not destroyed, not created. Atoms same element, same mass, same chemical properties, but atoms different element, different mass, different chemical properties. So atoms combine in the ratio of whole number to form compounds, and the number of atoms in a compound are constant. Thank you and have a nice day.